Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And oh, he coughed it up and picked up by the Chargers. There he goes right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run for Snell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Lorenzo call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Darren Lee.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Chargers.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers.
He's got daylight. The 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Benny Snell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Go.
They'll run here with Eckler. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The Charger ball carrier.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll run on 1st down. Patterson, and a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott, and he'll complete this one to Patterson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Boswell good with the extra point. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Starting the drive was Snell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Snell, the ball carrier.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Go. Get out there. Nice 57. 57's right. There you go. Kill. Here I come again.
Prescott from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. That's into the hands of Eckler. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Chargers 14, Browns 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Browns. 1st and 10 at the 36.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Charger ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Flushed out right. He can run for it. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On the option, here's Eckler. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Wentz Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On the throwaway. It's third down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take off with it. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Get him.
Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a third and long.
Check. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9".
Now Prescott. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They started on the ground with Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
It's Eckler again. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
From 24-yard line.
No, boy.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jannard Avery able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 59, Mike.
Prescott now. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Going on the ground with Eckler. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. Fighting this, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20, and all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 80 yards.
At the 5-yard
we know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, we want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 1st down, it's Snell again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Round 7.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jared Davis in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually even.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And it's taken in at the 9. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 50-yard line.
Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
The ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 36, Prescott. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
57 to Mike.
To throw is Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the boot. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go one more.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
I got you, son. I got you, son. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Chargers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will